Hello, you ugly fat cow.
Excuse me? Where is all this aggression coming from? What's wrong, Audrey? Did something happen? Are you alright?
Oh, please don't try and act all friendly with me. I'm ashamed to have to call you my sister-in-law.
Oh, well, I didn't know that you felt that way about me.
That's right. Ugh, I just hate having to interact with you.
Oh, well, I'm really sorry about that. But why message me then?
I heard that you and Noah are having the wedding soon.
Yeah, that's right. I sent you an invitation in the mail. Do you think you'll be able to make it?
I told Noah that I won't go, but the truth is that I don't think the two of you should be getting married at all.
Oh, well, again, I'm really sorry you feel that way, but I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. After all, the wedding is all but finished being planned, and once we get married, then our two families are going to come together. So I really do hope that we can try and address whatever bad blood we might have between us before then.
If I want nothing to do with you, then I never ever will. Ugh, what does he even see in a girl like you? I really don't get him. How could he make such a huge mistake like this?
Wow, I can't believe how honest you're being with me about all this. I've never heard someone speak so frankly.
Well, the worst part about all of this is that I just can't believe a loser like you is going to be getting married before I am.
Again, I'm sorry it worked out that way, but it really can't be helped now.
Why? Do you think that just because you're getting married first, that I should just give up? Is that what you're saying?
I really am not saying that at all, to be honest. I think you're a very pretty woman and can find anyone if you wanted to.
So now you're saying that I don't want it enough, is that it? And that's right. I am pretty. Way prettier than you could ever hope to be.
Well, I didn't say that, but yes, I do think you're quite pretty.
And Noah is just the perfect guy. He makes good money. He's basically flawless. I just don't understand why he would want to date someone like you. It really is just one of life's mysteries, huh? But I hate it. I hate that it's happening.
Look, Audrey, I really don't think that you need to be telling me all of this. The fact is that your brother and I love and care for each other very much. I'm sure that one day you'll find someone that makes you as happy as your brother does me.
Excuse me? What did you just say? And just who do you think you are? Where do you get off talking to me like this? I honestly can't believe you. Are you really trying to give me advice right now?
No, of course not. I was just... Never mind. Sorry. What was it that you wanted to talk about with me?
I'm messaging you to let you know that I won't let your marriage happen. I forbid it.
Excuse me? And why do you say that?
Because there is no way that I'm going to let you get married before I do. I just won't allow it to happen.
Audrey, what are you even talking about right now? The wedding is already just a couple of weeks away, and there is no way that either of us are going to call it off. It's way too late for any of that. I don't see why you can't be happy for us and help us celebrate. Can we put all this aside and just be friends, please?
Please. Do you really think I'm going to fall for your good girl act? I hate phony people like you. I mean, people who act like they care about others like you just really piss me off. This is another reason why I dislike you.
Look, Audrey, I don't know what's gotten into you to make you act like this toward me. Did I do something to you? If so, I'm really sorry, but I can't recall anything.
Ugh. Even just the mere fact you exist pisses me off. I just wish you would disappear already. The least you can do is break up with Noah and never, ever come back as long as you live.
Audrey, I think you might have a very strange, specific relationship with your brother that's making you act like this. Also, I don't even see what the big deal is if I get married before you do. Why does something like that even matter?
And just who do you think you are talking to me like that, huh? Honestly, everything about you pisses me off to no end. Words can't even describe the hate I have for you.
Why do you have to be so confrontational over this?
Can we just stop acting like this, please? No! Not until I've made sure that your wedding isn't going to happen. Only then will I be satisfied.
Okay, I don't really think this conversation is going anywhere. Goodbye, Audrey. Take care. Hey, baby. Are you going to come home late tonight again? I miss you so much.
Hey, honey. Just a little bit longer, but I'm actually just about to leave the office right now. I'm so sorry for getting back to you so late. It's just been a crazy day at work. Plus, that meeting got extended for at least an hour. Do you want me to pick up anything on the way home for us to eat?
No, don't worry about it. I'm already preparing a delicious dinner for us right now. I can't wait for you to come home and taste it.
What? Did you really do that for us? Oh, Sophia, you really are too sweet. My lovely fiancé. I can't wait to come home and see what you've cooked up for us.
It's really no problem at all. However, I was hoping that we could talk about Audrey when you get home.
You mean my sister Audrey? Sure, what's up? Did something happen?
Well, she was messaging me again and was saying some really weird stuff about how she wasn't going to let us get married. It's really starting to worry me.
What? She was bringing all that stuff up again? Seriously? I really just do not know what her deal is. But I am so sorry that you've had to deal with her so much. Do you think you could just try ignoring her for me?
Well, I do ignore her a lot. But she just sends me so many messages that sometimes it's hard not to respond. Especially when she starts talking as if she wants to sabotage our wedding. I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about this.
Sophia, I'm sure there is nothing really to worry about. Just keep ignoring her. I know that she talks a lot of trash, but I don't really think that she has it in her to actually do anything. I think these things are going to be okay.
Alright then. If you say so, I'll trust your judgment on her.
I'll make sure to say something to our mom, too, about how she has been sending you some mean messages. If I say anything to Audrey, she won't listen, but maybe a talking to from our mother would do her some good.
Oh, Noah, you don't have to go that far. And I just think that that could lead to more fights in the future. Just let it go, please.
Really? Are you sure? Because I really don't mind doing it.
I just think it would be best if we try and lay low until the day of the wedding, you know?
Yeah, but it's too hard to do when I'm so excited to marry you. But yes, I understand. I'll try not to make any big splashes or do anything that could cause any more drama. By the way, I just left the office, so I'll be home soon. I can't wait to see you and hold you in my arms again.
See you in a bit, honey. Drive safely and come home soon. Love you.
Hello, Sophia. I hope you're doing well today.
Hey, Audrey. What is it that I can do for you?
So your wedding is tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes, it is actually. And I really do hope that you'll be able to come and help us celebrate.
Oh no, I'm just messaging you to tell you that I'm afraid it will be impossible for you to get married tomorrow.
What? What do you mean? Why would that be the case?
Well, I told you, didn't I? I told you if you wouldn't stop your wedding, then I would stop it for you. And now I've made it so that you'll never be able to have your wedding before me.
What are you talking about? Audrey, what did you do? I don't understand. Why can't we have our wedding just as we planned it?
I'm just afraid that circumstances have changed and now it will be impossible.
Audrey, please, just tell me what you did. Quit messing with me and just tell me what it is that you're talking about. The wedding is tomorrow. You have to give up this little grudge.
There you go again, talking to me as if you're better than me. Well, you don't know what's happened. You don't know the truth about why you won't be able to get married tomorrow.
Look, Audrey, if you have something that you want to say, then just say it, okay?
Okay, then, but just remember that you asked for it. The thing is that I burned your wedding dress. How are you supposed to get married if you don't have a wedding dress?
Wait, what? What do you mean? I never bought a wedding dress.
What? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, that is what I want to ask you. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Yes, you do. You have that really nice dress lying around in your room. I saw it.
I'm sorry, but I really don't know what you're talking about. Where was this dress?
It was hanging in the spare room. I saw it. You left it there after the rehearsal dinner.
Wait, what did you just say?
And then you left that dress in the spare room once you all came back. That was the one I burned.
What are you even talking about? The dress in the spare room?
It had your name on it. There was no way that it was anyone's but your dress. Don't try to lie or pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. The deed is already done. The dress is already gone.
Audrey, I'm sorry, but I really do not have a single clue as to what you're talking about. I never bought a dress, to be honest.
Wait, but that can't be.
No, I mean, I never bought a dress. It was just a rental.
Wait, it was a rental?
That's right. It was just a really nice rental dress.
Wait, so that really fancy dress that I burned was just a rental?
That's right. Actually, if you really must know, your parents paid for it as well. They told me I could choose any dress I wanted, no matter how expensive. Are you telling me that that was the dress that you burned?
Wait, please tell me that you're not being serious. Was that really a rental? This has to be some kind of joke, right? I mean, you actually bought it, right? It had your name on it, for Pete's sake.
You put your name even on a rental dress. Did you seriously not know that? And did you seriously burn that dress? Like, no joke. You set it on fire and destroyed it?
Well, no, I didn't destroy it, per se. I was thinking about burning all of it, but then I didn't want to set off any fire alarms. So we put out the fire pretty quickly. But by then, it already burned quite a bit of it.
Audrey, you have got to be joking. I mean, do you even realize what you've done? This is not good for you. You've burned a rental. And why would you even think that burning the dress was a good idea in the first place? What kind of insane person goes that far over a little jealousy? You do realize that it wasn't just my wedding, right? You also ruined your own little brother's wedding.
Well, yeah, this is bad. But at least it wasn't my fault, right?
What? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I didn't do it. I never did anything.
Are you trying to just cover for yourself after you already confessed to it? Scroll up. You literally said that you set it on fire, which, by the way, I've already taken screenshots of, so don't bother trying to delete them. Besides, those screenshots aren't the only proof.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean that there are security cameras at the wedding venue. Didn't you know that?
Well, yeah, I figured, but so what?
So I don't know how you broke into there to get into the spare room, but I bet that your family would be pretty shocked to find out about what you were doing.
Oh no, Sophia, this is really bad. What do I do when people find out? You don't think anyone will find out, do you?
What? Of course people are gonna find out. Why wouldn't people find out about what you did?
Well, the venue people were the ones that let me in the first place. All I did was tell them that I was your future sister-in-law, and they opened the doors. So if anyone is to blame, it's the staff.
Well, sure, they probably shouldn't have done that to begin with.
That's right. They let me in because I told them I was setting up a surprise for you for the big day.
And that was supposed to be your little surprise? Well, I can't say that I really blame the staff for letting someone who they just assume is a perfectly well-adjusted person into the building. But they really shouldn't have let you in on your own to go do whatever it is that you wanted to do. But either way, even if they shouldn't have let you in, the fact is that the real problem is that you've burned the dress. And the other fact is that you burned it all by yourself. I'm afraid that you'll just have to take responsibility for what you've done.
Wait, just hold on a second. I can't do that. What are you talking about? You can't just leave me to take the fall for this. Please, you have to help me hide this. No one can ever find out.
Actually, I bet that there was even a record of you coming into the venue after hours in the guest book that all the security people are supposed to keep. So not only were you caught on camera, but there's all kinds of evidence pointing towards you. I guess that you really have nowhere to go now. Just accept this.
Oh, please. Sophia, I'm so sorry. Please. You can't let people know what I did. What am I supposed to tell my family if they found out about this? My parents are gonna kick me out of the house. I can't handle that. Please, you have to help.
Yeah, that all sounds really rough, and also not my problem. After all, you don't really work, right?
What? What do you mean? I used to work. I can still work.
When was the last time you held a job? Wasn't it like 13 years ago or something? Ever since then, you've just been mooching off of your parents at home. I heard that you tried to put yourself out there and date around, but that you had too many rejections and gave up.
Shut up! You don't know what you're talking about! Don't pretend like you know my life.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to touch on a sore spot. But after your brother and I get married, I never want to deal with you ever again.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I've already told Noah all about what you've done.
What? You told Noah? How could you?
How could I not? Anyways, he is just furious at you. He said that once he calms down, he's going to call your parents and explain what happened.
What? Why would he need to call my parents?
Because you all live together. And Noah says that he also wants nothing to do with you ever again.
My own brother? Did you really say that? It can't be.
I know he can be so nice and patient, but even he has his limits, it seems. So maybe it is time you take a little responsibility for your actions and try acting like an adult for once.
Wait, please. You have to tell Noah that it wasn't my fault.
And just how do you figure that, huh? Of course it's your fault. This whole thing is all your fault. Why would I go and lie to him about something as obvious as that? Besides, he's right here in the room with me, reading all of these texts.
Wait, you can't be serious. Noah, please. You have to understand. You have to trust me. I'm your sister. Please. You can't let that evil woman trick you.
Please, as if that's going to work. Anyways, the wedding is still happening tomorrow. I guess I'll just have to rent another dress. But there will be no cancellation. By the way, you can consider yourself uninvited. In fact, I never want to see you ever again. After that, Noah called his parents and told them everything that his sister had done. He explained how she had sneaked into the venue after hours and burned my wedding dress. He also showed them the text messages that she had sent to me, mocking me and gloating about her actions. Her parents were shocked and appalled by their daughter's behavior. They apologized to me profusely and said that they would make sure she faced the consequences. After checking with the venue and confirming that Audrey had come in and out after hours, the security guards apologized for letting her through the venue and even agreed to pay for my replacement rental dress that I would use on the wedding day. Meanwhile, Audrey was arrested by the police and charged with trespassing and vandalism. She realized she had gone too far and begged us not to press charges. She agreed to pay for the damages she had caused and promised to stay away from us. We decided to let her off the hook, but we made it clear that she was not welcome at our wedding or in our lives. Needless to say, Audrey's parents were furious at her and kicked her out of the house. They said they were ashamed of having such a spiteful daughter and disowned her. They also told the rest of their family what she had done, and they all cut ties with her as well. Audrey was left alone and isolated, with no one to support her or care for her. Noah and I certainly have never reached out to her after this. And I can confidently say that things have only gotten better for us ever since she was taken out of our lives.
Hey, Jane, could you please send me those files ASAP?
Sure, I'll mail them to you right away.
And by the way, what on earth are you wearing today? Those shoes don't match that blouse at all. What an eyesore.
What the hell does that mean? Is this why you are in my DM?
It means that your fashion sense is practically non-existent. Like, did you even look in the mirror before stepping out of the house? Your outfit is a complete disaster.
Well, fashion isn't really my top priority at work. Plus, I dress for comfort, not to impress anyone.
Oh, I forgot you were born poor. Lucky for you, you snagged a rich husband.
Dave and I fell in love, Margaret. It wasn't about his money.
You know, you're like an office Cinderella. Except you didn't need a fairy godmother to get your wealthy prince.
I don't see why my personal life should be the topic of discussion.
Of course, because you're so modest and humble. You act like you're better than all of us just because you married Dave.
Margaret, I've never acted that way. My relationship with Dave is personal, and I prefer to keep it that way.
Right. Personal. Gee, even your skirt is just funny. You'll cry your eyes out if you heard what the other girls said when they saw you walk in. Sasha almost fainted in shock.
You know, I really don't care about what you or Sasha think, right? I will always wear what's comfortable.
Comfortable or not, you really could use some style advice. Other girls here talk, you know.
I'm sure they do, but I'm not bothered by it.
You know, you've always been a bit proud ever since you married that rich husband of yours.
It's not about pride, Margaret. Dave and I love each other.
Love, huh? More like he took pity on you and swept you off your feet.
Pity? That's not how it happened at all.
Whatever you say, Cinderella. I just wonder how poor Dave copes with someone that dresses as abominably as you do.
Look, I know you didn't text me just to mock my shoes. What's really on your mind, Margaret?
Oh, nothing much. Just wanted to share some exciting news.
News? What's going on?
Well, you know how you're always boasting about your husband? It's funny because I've recently gotten engaged to someone even wealthier. And he adores me.
First off, I never boast about Dave. And secondly, congratulations on your engagement. That's wonderful news. I'm genuinely happy for you. I hope you two are very happy together.
Thanks, Jane. As you can see, my life is just on a different level now. I know you can't relate.
And what's that supposed to mean?
You can finally stop pretending to be the only one with a perfect life. Your husband's change is nothing compared to my fiancé's wealth.
Margaret, I've never tried to compete with anyone. Love and happiness can't be measured in money.
LOL. You say that because I've never seen a present from Dave with you. You'll have to get used to it because gifts would soon be pouring in. What's more, we're moving into his massive mansion soon. The house is beyond amazing. You can't even imagine.
That sounds wonderful, Margaret. Once again, I'm genuinely happy for you.
As you should be, Jane. You can't be as lucky as me.
Let's focus on work, Margaret. I'll send those files now.
Hey, Jane. Did you see the shiny new car in the parking lot?
Yeah, I did. I think it's parked in the wrong parking lot.
LOL. It's mine. A little gift from my amazing fiancé.
Little? I don't know much about cars, but that car is really expensive.
Of course it is. Much more expensive than that box you come to work in.
Oh gosh. You know what? Congratulations on the new car.
Oh, it's not just the car. You should come to my office and see the new shoes and designer bag I wore today. They're to die for.
I'm glad you're enjoying all these lovely things.
Aw, thank you. You're finally being honest about something. This is surprising because you've been so proud ever since you married your rich husband, Dave. But guess what? My fiancé is way richer than Dave. Your Cinderella fairy tale looks pretty dull now.
It's not a competition. I'm glad you found happiness, Margaret. That's what matters most.
Oh, I know it's not a competition, because you can't even keep up. You could only marry a man who was already married once. Quite the husband snatcher, aren't you?
We both know that's not true. Dave and his first wife had issues long before I came into the picture. His wife was cheating and the marriage was already falling apart.
That's what homewreckers say, dear. Always pretending to be innocent angels.
You know what I think? I feel you and the other girls are just jealous that I married Dave instead of one of you. That's why you all won't stop the lies and silly accusations. You girls are still living in my shadow. So sad.
That's just silly. You're just a low-level upstart. Well, back to my fiancé. We're having an extravagant party at his mansion tomorrow. It's going to be epic. Too bad you're not invited. I don't think anyone wants a husband snatcher at such a party.
That's okay, Margaret. I'm not much of a party person, you know.
Well, I guess some of us just live the high life naturally, and others, not so much.
No worries, Margaret. I'm sure it will be a blast. Enjoy your party.
Oh, I will. And I'll be sure to send you lots of pictures to remind you what you're missing out on.
Don't even bother. Have a great time.
Jane, I bet you're having a good laugh that the party wasn't held at the new house, huh?
Huh?
Don't play dumb. I'm sure one of the girls must have told you.
Told me what?
The party wasn't held at the mansion because Joshua couldn't make it back from his business trip.
This again? Honestly, I couldn't care less about where the party was held.
Well, let me tell you, we had a blast. I booked a 5-star hotel for the girls, and we had the most amazing girls' night. We even played a game.
A game? What kind of game?
Oh, it was hilarious. I asked the girls to come up with the most ridiculous things about you, and the best one would win a special prize. You can't even imagine what they said.
What kind of things did they say?
Like how you're probably cheated to get so high at the company, or that you have a secret underground lair where you hoard stolen office supplies.
Right. I'm sure it was all in good fun.
Oh, come on, Jane. You don't have to hide it. We all know all your secrets, especially how unhappy you are. You know, Jane, you keep acting like you're in a happy marriage, but I can see right through you. You look so sad.
Where are you even getting all these from? My marriage is my business, and I don't need to prove that I am happy to anyone.
Well, we played another game about whether your husband beats you or not, and guess what? All the girls raised their hands.
Margaret, their opinions don't affect me, and I'm clearly not unhappy. I don't need anyone's pity.
Keep lying to yourself, Jane. But enough about you. Let's get back to what really matters. My amazing new house.
Of course, your new house. The one you won't stop yapping about.
You have no idea, Jane. Gosh, I can't wait to move into our new house and live like a queen. Unlike you, I'm soon going to be in a very happy marriage.
I'm sure it's a palace, Margaret.
Oh, it is. It's huge, with a breathtaking view. Joshua doesn't stop talking about it.
Sounds like a lot of space for someone with such a small mind.
You just can't stand that I'm living the high life, can you?
Margaret, I don't care about your wealth or your new house. I'm happy with my life, and that's all that matters to me.
Well, you should care, Jane. You should care because you'll never have what I have.
And what is that I'll never have, Margaret?
True love, Jane. I have Joshua. He's rich and he loves me more than anything in the world.
Joshua is your fiancé, huh? Margaret, be careful about what you wish for.
What do you mean?
Just remember, things aren't always what they seem.
You're just jealous, Jane. Jealous of my life and my amazing fiancé.
I'm not jealous. I just hope you find happiness in whatever you're chasing.
Well, I don't need your hope. I have everything I want right here. Oh, it is. I just can't wait to move in and start this new chapter of my life.
All right, Margaret. Enjoy your palace and your perfect life.
Oh, I will, Jane. I definitely will. Jane, you won't believe it. I was finally at the house today. It's even more spectacular than I imagined.
Wait, what house are you talking about?
The house my fiancé and I are going to move into, of course. You know, the one I've been telling you about.
Oh, that house. You were at the house? Tell me more about it.
Oh, you have no idea. The living room is so spacious, and the kitchen, it's like something out of a magazine.
I'd love to see it someday.
Well, I'd show it to you, but I doubt you'd appreciate it.
You might be right. My tastes are pretty simple.
Of course. You didn't grow up in comfort like the rest of us. Anyway, I'll send you a picture.
Wait, is that?
Yep, that's my fiance's house.
No. Wait a minute.
What is it, Jane?
Oh, really? Your fiance's house, huh? LOL. This is really juicy. Tell me all about your new house, dear.
Well, the interior is absolutely breathtaking. The living room has these gorgeous high ceilings.
Bet it has one awesome dining area.
Of course, the dining area is just so elegant.
That sounds lovely. How many rooms does it have?
It's got 5 bedrooms, Jane. It's a 5-bedroom mansion, Jane, each with a home theater.
Wow, 5 bedrooms? Impressive. Is there a pool in the backyard?
Of course, there's a luxurious swimming pool, and it's perfect for all the parties we're going to throw.
That sounds amazing, Margaret.
Oh, it is. I just can't wait to move in and start this new chapter of my life.
Margaret, something just seems a bit off. Is your fiance's full name Joshua Sullivan?
Yes, it is. Why? How do you even know that?
Nothing at all. It's just a funny coincidence.
What do you mean?
Oh, Margaret, you won't believe the surprise I have for you.
A surprise? What's going on? Jane, why are you laughing?
I can't reveal everything right now, but we need to go somewhere after work today, by 5. I promise it's going to be quite the surprise. I'll blow your little mind.
Go where? What's the surprise? Tell me what it is. Jane, you can't leave me hanging like this. What's going on?
So, how did it feel to see Joshua open the car door for my husband?
I can't believe it. This can't be true. This is some sick joke, right? Joshua can't be your husband's driver. He's not just a common driver, right?
Oh, yes, dear. He's definitely a driver, Margaret. Nothing more, nothing less.
This can't be happening. My fiancé can't be a mere driver.
Well, it seems like he's been doing a pretty good job at pretending, hasn't he?
I can't believe I fell for this. What kind of person does that?
People like Joshua, I guess. It's a cold world for dumb people, dear.
You set me up, Jane. You knew this all along and you said nothing. How could you do this to me?
You've been bragging about your wealthy fiancé for far too long, Margaret. I just thought you should know the truth.
I can't face him right now. I'm humiliated. What am I going to do, Jane? I've been living a lie and my friends and family think I'm engaged to a wealthy man.
Well, maybe you should have been more humble, Margaret, instead of trying to make everyone else feel inferior.
I wanted to fit in, to be like all the other girls. I thought he was my ticket to happiness. I wanted to be better than you.
And instead, you got yourself a driver. Not the wealthy man you've been bragging about. That business trip your fiancé went on? He was just driving my hubby throughout LA.
What am I going to do now? This can't be happening. He told me he got us that house. He told me he was going to live there. Oh my god.
And that house turned out to belong to my husband, Dave. It's our new house, and we're planning to move in 2 weeks. Well, you see, Margaret, sometimes the truth isn't what we want it to be.
This is embarrassing. Gosh, I need to fix this somehow. I can't let everyone know. The girls at work will make my life a living hell.
Oh, you mean you can't let everyone know that your rich fiancé is just a regular guy?
Yes, exactly. I've been living a lie, Jane. You won't rat me out, will you?
Maybe it's time to come clean, Margaret. Face the consequences of your silliness.
No, I can't do that. I'll find a way to fix this mess, even if it's the last thing I do. I mean, I can still fix this, right? I'll talk to Joshua and he'll explain everything. Maybe he's not just a driver. He can still be a really rich driver, right?
Don't be stupid. How many rich drivers have you heard of? And do you really think he'll be honest with you now that his secret's out?
I have to try, Jane. I don't know what to do. I've put so much into this relationship. I can't let my life fall apart like this. What am I going to do now? This can't be happening to me.
LOL, you're asking me? Deal with your issues yourself, Margaret. But don't expect any sympathy from me.
I'll figure this out myself. I don't need you.
Good luck, Margaret. You'll need it.
You fired Joshua?
Of course I didn't. He's Dave's employee, not mine. Former employee, if you get what I mean.
Oh, don't give me that crap. I know you told your husband to fire him.
Well, what can I say? He was using pictures of his employer's house to deceive people. Surely that's not the best behavior for any worker. Who knows what he will do next?
My God. You know what? I don't even care about that lying scumbag. Jane, I'm in big trouble. I've racked up so much debt with my extravagant lifestyle, and now Joshua isn't rich. I am doomed.
And what do you expect me to do about it?
I need your assistance. Please, Jane. I have nowhere else to turn. I can't call off the engagement. I'll be humiliated at work.
Oh, the great Margaret needs my help now? After all the mocking and bragging?
I know I've been awful, but I'm desperate. I've even sold most of my expensive stuff. All my jewelry and bags, gone.
So you're left with the designer shoes and the car, huh?
The auto company took it back. I'm selling everything I own, and it's still not enough to clear the debts.
I thought the car, the shoes, and the bags were love gifts.
They were not. I bought them all myself on credit.
You what? On credit? Even for you, that's dumb.
I just wanted to look like a rich man's fiancé. And Joshua told me he'd cover all the payments after our wedding. Please, Jane, help me out. I know you can. I promise I'll pay you back soon.
You really thought this through, didn't you? Well, I won't bail you out of this mess, Margaret. You made your bed, now you lie in it.
Jane, I can't believe you can be so heartless.
Heartless? No, Margaret, I'm not heartless. I'm just not foolish enough to bail you out of a mess you willingly created. You spent your way into this, and now you have to figure your way out.
But Jane, I've lost everything. The car, the fancy clothes, the parties. I can't lose the status.
Oh, the status. Is that what this is all about, Margaret? You wanted to marry Joshua just to keep up appearances?
It's not like that. I loved him. I just didn't know he was a liar.
Love? Or the idea of a wealthy fiancé? Face it, Margaret. You are more in love with the idea of marrying into wealth than the man himself.
Maybe I was foolish, but now I'm drowning in debt and I don't know what to do.
That's not my problem, Margaret. You should have thought about the consequences before maxing out your credit cards.
Jane, please, I'm begging you. I can't turn to anyone else. You're the only one I feel won't make fun of me.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen, Margaret. From flaunting your riches to begging for help.
I'll do anything to fix this, Jane. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Anything? Will you finally admit that I didn't snatch Dave from his cheating ex-wife? Will you publicly apologize for all the nasty things that you've said?
Yes, I'll apologize. Just help me, Jane. Please, I'm begging you.
Sorry, Margaret, but apologies won't pay your debts. You've shown your true colors, and I won't forget it.
Please, Jane, I beg of you.
You got what you deserve, and never, ever text me again. So, that's how it all played out. Margaret, with her extravagant dreams, ended up in a debt pit deeper than anyone could have imagined. The girls at work finally found out about Margaret's fiancé, and they can't stop laughing. As for me, well, I got promoted, and Dave and I moved into our new home, the one Margaret had been so eager to call hers. So, while Margaret works weekends and night shifts to dig herself out of that financial hole, I'm enjoying the comfort of our new home, a home built on hard work, not lies. Karma's a funny thing, isn't it?